Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hey, Tommy, how are you? Roy, how are you? Couple of things, I guess to go over. A lot of people been asking. Yeah, we are close to some of the boom boom stuff going on. Not real close, but close enough. Too close for me, like my liking, anyway. About maybe 80, 70, 80 clicks from the border. So, hey, Nikki, how you doing? Um, And in case, let's see, let's bring this up. You can see there seems to be uh, a strange vehicle in the driveway. That is because we have family members. I think six, three in the trailer and three in the garage. And we have the house that we're in the process of selling. Mom and Dad's, my in-laws' old house. 10 people over there. So we got a total of about 15 people that were told to uh, by the uh, by the army or whatever it would be to move to get out of Dodge. So they came 2 days ago over at Mom's house, last night to here. Um, and Hey, Paul, I don't know who this is, but hello. So yeah, so they were real close, obviously. Um, I guess Surin is a red zone. Hopefully, they can get something resolved. And just on a note too, if I was to suggest anything to anybody, and uh, I would not comment on social media as a visitor here or a foreigner or a Farang um, about anything about what the conflict is going on, who's right, who's wrong. They will settle it amongst themselves. So hopefully they do it quickly. Would be nice. Um, it it would definitely calm a lot of nerves. I know that much. But yeah. So what did I do here? Mm-mm. I know that America, Trump has said something about the ceasefire and stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that I think he was planning on hitting them with above 30% tariffs, both Thailand and Cambodia. So hopefully he can use that in leverage and maybe drop that down a little bit, maybe get them to cease fire, start talking to one another. Would be nice. So anyway, so not much, not much going on other than that. I guess that's a lot. Uh, got I would like to have gotten out the other yesterday and went for a ride, but it did rain and stuff, and then we ended up having to do the final cleaning on the trailer so that it was nice and clean for them to come in. And then last night we had four or five. We've got some extra beds and stuff that we've had in the house under the stairs in Joe's future room someday. Um, and they moved those out, so we had two, like, I don't know what they are, twin size beds. A regular, look like maybe one, maybe two people if they weren't as large as me. But the excuse me. So they moved those out there in the garage, and then of course there's plenty in there. Are we going to get it any more? It's possible, I guess. So we'll have to see. I know we bought them all a bunch of pizza last night over at the other house. They didn't. This family, part of the family, didn't get here till almost 8 o'clock last night. So I still want to go there, Nikki. grease being. So anyway, yeah, we are close to the skirmish, um, and there quite a few people have moved away from the border. Even the stuff behind us and all throughout Surin, um, many people have opened up their home to their families and stuff like that. Like I said, we've got an extra 15, and that might not be all. I'm hoping that they, like I said, they could come to some sort of truce or ceasefire and start talking about what they need. Of course, they've been trying to solve this for years and years and years, but hopefully they can do something. It would be nice. I know, like I said, a lot of people freaking out. Like in anything else, people don't need to die anymore. I think it's stupid, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they can come to an agreement. At least stop the fighting. Hey, what's up, Aaron? So hopefully, now that Aaron popped in, hopefully, my wife is still trying to find the paper for me to go get my methylene blue. So what she said is this afternoon we'll just go over there. I guess what she's saying is that might not need the paper as long as I have my ID and all that. They have it under my name, so we'll see. Golf anyone? No, they won't even let. My wife doesn't even want me to go down the street. I wanted to just kind of cruise around, but um, like I said, not too much right directly in Surin where I'm at, but obviously we've got just our family or just us. We've got 15 people, 10 staying in the house in Surin, the one that we're getting ready to sell, and 5 back here. I think there's 3, might be 6. I don't know. I was on my way to sleep, so last night because they got here late, but I believe there's 3 in the trailer and 2 or 3 in the garage. So I guess building the garage came in handy. Obviously, having the trailer. Luckily, I guess to a certain extent, we didn't sell the house because, like I said, there's 10 of them there, and that mom set them up. We brought over a cooking you know uh, device for them, the little ones that the orange one that I use for camping, the little propane bottle with the deal to set it on. She has extra pots and pans and dishes, and she's got it stuff coming out her nose as far as utensils and bowls, plates, all that kind of stuff. So they've been going back and forth. Yeah, that they're way far away. In fact, that's where if it got really serious here, that's where all of us would head is to Ubon. Ubon's 3-4 hours from there. Lao is where they're close to there where our border is Cambodia. So hey Jake, how you doing? But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. Like I said, I got 5 or 6 that came last night in the trailer and the garage, and 10 and maybe 12 because there was a couple more coming to the house in town, the house that we're fixing up, getting ready to sell. So, and they have air conditioner upstairs, fans. They went over there, a bunch of family, and cleaned it all up before they got there because they've been there for 2 days. So 3 days ago we went in there and cleaned up everything. Mom and probably about 3 or 4 other people, family members, and cleaned it up so that clean enough for them to be able to sleep. And they're pretty much in tune to throwing a mat on the floor and sleeping on it. That's fairly common. So yeah, and you know what it was really weird is last night at Solar Man's supposed to come today, and we've got to get this house regulated. Everything went down my bedroom at maybe 5 o'clock, and they were all out there cleaning. 5 or 6 of them, my wife and 5 or 6 family members, and they power went out in the bedroom. Everything else in the house was running. I looked at my solar on the house, and of course, the one battery that's down came out here, and it had hit a fault out in the garage, and switched that over, and then realized that the power was out. So yeah, last night when we were in there for the last couple hours of cleaning, it took about 2 hours before they got the power back on. So I want to get out there and look at that this morning. But yeah, that one worked, and the house worked good too. It would have been a good time for me to run a bunch of tests if there wasn't a bunch of crap going on. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. My wife talked to the solar man yesterday. I guess he's got all the parts that he needs to make the house correct that were coming from China, and that's that shedding program and hardware, software, or whatever for that. So that because I guess, like I said, what the deal is the solar, even the solar inverters. If we were to have a couple of air conditioners start at the same time or whatever and surge voltage, it would overwhelm the controller. So what I guess this does is it senses that and it shuts down and sheds stuff to keep everything pretty much going online. So hopefully this will rectify the house. The battery, I hope this is the second BMS that I bought for it. Not the guy that repaired its fault, I don't think. I just told him this time get a better one or something, and because we got screwed on that battery originally, the guy screwed us on it, didn't want to fix it when it broke, and we found out that instead of 200 amp hours, when this guy that's fixing it now, that lives here in Surin, friend of the solar guy, um, it's only 180 or 185 amp hours, not 200. So the guy ripped us off all the way around. But no, I guess they're saying another week or so. I checked with them. I think the trailer is supposed to be here today, but I was going to be working on that. The solar panels already came, the 100-watt solar panel for the top of the trailer. The little icebox deal that I bought for the trailer is supposed to be here today. I ended up buying a 32-inch, the little 24-inch monitor that I had gotten that the guy gave me from Exposed. It's a piece of crap, and I've been spending a lot of time in the garage. So I said, you know what? I've got the monitor, it all built in the computer, and I rather than spend like 6,000-7,000 like I did for this curved 32-inch, I just got a 32-inch TV because I watch Prime or Netflix or something on there. I can have that going in front of me and still be able to turn and work on the computer. So I ordered a TV because I was only like, well, 2,800. I got a same as this one, Weon something, the 65-inch, and it's been good. So hopefully that'll do it. I've got to figure out, Tommy, how I'm going to build. I bought a 12-volt linear um, movement type deal on it so that I can manually, if the sun's on my side, I can face it that way or have it flat or face it this way. But I've got to figure out how I'm going to mount that and get it to be able to turn. Nothing drastic, but it'll give me something to play with. And I'm going to turn this. I'm getting cold. So yeah, so I've got the stuff that should be here today, but whether I'm going to be able to work on it in my garage, that's a good question. I don't know. I hope so because I've been wanting to get the trailer going. And like I said, what I'm going to do on that uh, if I do take a trip, like let's say I decide that boy, this e-biking is pretty fun, but I only want to go up. Maybe I'll go towards Tatpanome or that area, and take 1 or 2 days to get there. But what they're saying without the assist, and I'll run some tests here. They're saying 50 miles on a battery, 21 amp hour, 52 volt or 52, yeah, 52 volt, um, 21 amp hour battery. I ordered a second one, so I've got two of those. Plus, I've got the 600 um, generator here. So what I'm going to do is that solar panel can plug directly into this 600 watt deal, not any more than 100 watts. So what I figure I've got is, even if I don't, which I'm going to try to go on pedal assist 3, and I'll get maybe 70 or 80 out of each battery. I will run one halfway down and one that I'll have in the trailer. Then what I'll do is I'll take that uh, battery out, put the other one in, and then start charging the battery with that 600 watt deal, which it should be able to fill it up. That way, I'll have basically 2.5 over a 6 hour ride, probably 2.5 batteries. So, which would be, even at no pedaling, should be at least 120, which I don't think I could go 120 miles, but we'll have to. All right, Tim, take it easy going golfing. Is he? Anyway, so that's my plan. So we'll see what happens. It'll be a real easy deal. There's no MPTT controllers and breakers and anything, just right out of the solar panel. In fact, it comes with this one. Came with a plug that goes into there, plus the exact same plugs. I forget what they're called on the solar panels. So just go click, click, and that's it. Plug it into the deal. So that should be. But it's doing this that I decided to do that. Is going to take a little bit of engineering, but the way that it sounds like now, because I guess that this is I guess coining a phrase, it's on a slow boat from China, so I guess the package is, with them, with free shipping or whatever it is, it didn't get on a plane and come to Thailand. It's in a crate somewhere in the ocean. So um, I'll have probably a week and a half, 2 weeks to work on the trailer and fart around with it. But I'll probably do a video on that, because some people might be interested in that. I think I've got a pretty good way to do it simply and not expensively. Especially, I think a lot of people out there now have these solar generators, bigger ones than this, and a lot of them use them to charge their e-bikes and take them camping and all that kind of stuff. So they might be interested in the little trailer. The trailers, I ended up getting two, because one I'm going to have here to move around and do and fold up and go with me when I camp. This one's going to be set up just if I'm decided to go. I'm not going to camp. I'm just going to go. If I was to go to Tapanoma and I stopped twice, I'd be stopping in a 500-600 baht a night hotel, and charge up the batteries, get everything ready for the morning, and go my way. But as soon as I get the bike here, of course, I'll take test drives with the trailer, and I'll also be taking off, going around the reservoir and doing a battery, see how many miles I can go and what the battery situation is. But I think with the two and this, I ought to have plenty to pretty much go where. I mean, how much more than 150 miles could I? There ain't no way. I'll be lucky if I could do 50 miles, let alone 150. So let me see what's. I didn't even know they made a Happy Gilmore 2. Is it new, or has it been around a long? Excuse me, Jake, a long time. But as far as the solar in here, that's working out great. Going to cost me, over at the other house with 10 people over there, 10 showers a day, electricity, propane, stuff like that, but not enough to worry about. But hopefully, like I said, they can get back. Most of them, the ones that are actually here, are going to be doing a live stream. I said, do any of these family members work? And we had went to their house when we brought the invitations for the house blessing in Ubon, and they sell purses and stuff on live streams. I don't know if it's on Facebook or what, but they do live streams, and they do good. They do well at it, enough to keep, to pay for their existence. So they'll be doing a live stream. I don't know exactly when, from the inside of the garage, and I don't know what. I think they're like high end purses and stuff. So we'll see. But otherwise, I don't know. Like I said, I'm waiting on the slow boat from China. Probably the extra battery will probably get here first. So I'll have one battery completely charged up when it gets here. And then I'd like to do an unboxing deal. There, although there's a bunch of good ones, even on this particular bike out of China. There's one that I watched was couldn't understand what the hell they were saying. But if you if you put the deal so you can see it in the translating, uh, the guy does a real good job on everything from because the it's a little bit different putting the front end of these together when they have the dual motors because there's extra and ways that lock the front in place and you get spacers and that kind of crap. And then their hydraulic disc brakes. It's a hopefully it looks like everything that I've seen on it. It's going to be interesting. It's got power, up the behind. So anyway, so I wasn't particularly planning on doing a very long live stream, obviously, especially with everything that's going on. Let's see, do I have any? Oh, I do. My coffee's done with that stuff. So yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, Sisaket, I think, and Sarin and Ubon. I think there's some of parts of Ubon, but I think the where most of the stuff is Sisaket border and Sarin. So we'll have to see. Yeah, we're like I said, we're close, but not that close. We got all the family. Like I said, we've got 15 people between here and the mom and dad's place, the one we're fixing up to sell. So got 10 people over there, and I think 5 or 6 in the. I think a family of 3 in the trailer, and 2 or 3 in the garage. So it worked out pretty good, and they have a little bit of dough, so it's not like I have to completely foot everything, but not that I wouldn't. It isn't that much on stuff. We spent quite a bit of money getting a pizza. Why we did that, I don't know, but my wife wanted to. My wife wanted to do it, so I said okay because I would have rather spent that money and just bought them a bunch of food, mama noodle and rice. Well, we have rice, but all sorts of other stuff. But I will probably do that too. So we'll see. I think they're gonna. I think they were planning on going. I had already we already stocked up on stuff. Made sure my truck is completely full of gas. The car is completely full of gas. So we're ready to hit it if we have to hit it. A contingency plan of some sort is already in my brain. So we'll have to see. But I don't know. I've got a feeling that they'll are they going to solve it real quickly? I don't know. I hope, but I think that they'll quickly get to a ceasefire would be nice. No more people need to die. It's just either side. It's stupidity. Yeah, I think so. I think maybe Buriram, not Ubon. Because, like I said something about Ubon to my wife, and yeah, I think you're right. Um, but that's Lao over there, so she said they're 4 hours, from anything on the Cambodian border. So that's why I'm saying, if everything was to go to shit here, we would all pack it up and go to Ubon. That would be where we would go. Everything's set up there, and I got the solar guy coming here to get the house finished finally here, and I'm going to hit him up and say we need to get Ubon. When he ready to do Ubon. Um, uh, I I know it can be done fairly. I know what it can be done for. It's under 100, just like we did the garage. Maybe even a little bit less, but I don't think so. I'll probably keep it up at 100 because if I have the extra dough in the 100 budget, I will buy an extra battery. So Thank you, brother. But yeah, I think, hey, Tip, I think we're okay. You know, like I said, if things go to shit here, you know, we're all gonna jam to Ubon and dig in. I guess that's where we're not gonna go any further than that. But I don't think it's gonna come to that. Like I said, I think they'll, you know, calm their jets a little bit and at least get to a ceasefire. I mean, I don't expect them to solve something 100% that they haven't been able to solve in what 200 years or 100 years. I just don't think that's going to happen. But can they come to some kind of agreement? I think enough for a ceasefire, and then to you know, talk and start opening up channels between each other and come to some kind of agreement. In Royette now. Yeah, cool. I saw you on Facebook, but Kenny put his in, and I saw your first video this morning. So I'm kind of curious. Did you get any free electricity before you went on vacation? 1,000 years? Yeah, you're probably right, Jake. I know I'm way off, but you know, I don't expect them to. Oh yeah, yeah, we solved it. No, I don't think that's going to happen. You know, if it is, there's going to have to be some major things if they couldn't solve it in 1,000 years, and now they're going to, you know, do it. It ain't going to do it. But um, yeah, so I'm hoping to, and I'm probably going to do it the same way you did, Kenny. I'm going to just cut it short and have the 5,400 watts with the 600 panels that were 1,800, and use that extra money to get another battery and get three for there, and maybe four if I can squeeze it out of the budget. I'll have to see what the solar guy is going to do. But he wants to put in that shedding deal that he's going to be putting in the house here. So I have to see how that works. It wasn't too expensive. It was, but you know, I don't know how long it takes to put it in and do all that shit. So we'll have to see. But I do want to get that in because, you know, I mean, if we had to bug out of here and go there with 15, 20 people, you know, because of course we'd have family that is in Surin here now that would need to go. So we probably have 20, 25 people, you know, going there. The lights dim when one person tries to take a shower. So, you know, it would be a nightmare, you know, big time. So I'm going to find out, see if he's ready to rock and roll. I've already got the dough set aside so we could, you know, load up his truck and my truck with the panels and all the, you know, everything that he needs. I'd have to order the controller, but that would take. How long did it take for you to get it? 3 days or something? Maybe I'll just have it sent straight to the Ubon address and um, and get it put in. I'd like to have it in by depending on how quick I get there. I should have ordered the controller. I'm going to need the controller anyway, so I should order that right now. But I'll talk to him. He's supposed to, like I said, he's supposed to be here today. So we'll see. I want to get this house done. I'm pretty happy with that. I have gotten a fault twice on it now on a power outage, but I think it might be that it needs to be cleaned after, you know, them not covering it, and you know. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but I think it needs to be cleaned. I think it might be, but otherwise, you know, last night we went in there when power went out for 2 hours. No problem whatsoever. The battery was at 41%. I didn't turn the air conditioner on in the garage, but the pond was still running. There was 5 people out there cleaning up the garage, getting ready for people to come stay. And You can see there's one of their vehicles there. Um, it handled it perfectly. You know, sat right there. And the way that I've got it set up, and I'll have to talk to you about that too. Used just a bit the first night, but nothing since Friday. Yeah, it the way that I've got it set up, like it was down. really overcast. I've got that grid not even charging the batteries when the power goes out, as long as I'm getting any kind. And it was completely overcast. I was still getting 100 175 to 300 watts extra charging the battery, and that was running whatever we were doing out in the garage, lights and vacuums and the pond and everything. As that, it was completely cloud covered, and we were still getting like 1,000, 1,200 watts or more. And so as soon as the sun went down and there's nothing coming in from the panel, then it switches over and it'll charge it from the grid. But I don't think that that's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a problem. So because it just stayed there, and if there's no one, if I'm not in there and it's close to dark anyway, we're not going to be used just the pond. And I haven't done the separate amp tests on what it pulls, but I'm thinking that the pond pulls about 600 or 800 watts, maybe 1,000, but that's with two pumps running, the UV lights, air pumps, and everything. So that's pretty good. But I think I will definitely go with the 600 watts less, and go with the 9 panels, and and save. I think you put them. I think it was like 7,500, 8,000 baht savings. So half of another battery. And if I save some money here or there on stuff, I should be able to buy it. And I think you're right. I think 4 is the magic number to get through the night. But I'll have to see. Because, like I said, if I have 10 people there and we're running 3 or 4 air conditioners, um, I don't know how long it will last. You want to? Yeah, it's pretty bright, right? I was going to ask you guys that. And this is the one. Now I love my wife. I love these shirts. They're that thin, uh, awesome, awesome shirts. I've got probably, oh hell, I probably got 10 or 15 of them now. I just let her go because that's why I've got cat shirts and koi shirts, and but they're all pretty vibrant, for sure. Um, let's see, Cambodia is a temple. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's just nice to when you get back, you're gonna have to walk out there and the middle of the day have an air conditioner going, everything in your house going, all that kind of stuff, and then walk out there and look at your meter with it just sitting there, not moving. Excites me. The little things excite me. You're let's see. Aaron House, Rocket. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, yeah, I wouldn't do good up against bombs. But you know what else is, it's kind of sucky here too is, if this was, you know, happening in the United States or whatever, I'd have a cache of guns and, now what do I got? You're gonna come up and, you know, that's it. A couple of knives maybe. Thought about getting those sickles or whatever it is that they, what do they call those deals? Big giant. Yeah, my mind's gone. Anyway, I can't have a gun. It sucks. Yeah, I bet. Let's see. Let's see. Brock's here. Hey, Brock. So anyway, so that you guys can see. So here's the for the few people that are coming in. I've got 10 people at the house, mom and dad's house, the one we're fixing up to sell. I've got 3 people in the trailer and I believe 3 people in the garage. So I got a total of 15, 16 people that came from the borders of Surin, and have come. Hey, Ralph, have come back to get out of harm's way. So we're still trying. They didn't get here. They didn't get here. People that are in the house here that I'm showing you now, they didn't get here till 8 o'clock last night. The other have been here for 2 days over at the other house, and then they've got the hard part here is it's got the bathroom in there, but it's just a cassette deal. I should have put a bathroom, and I might do that now. I should have put a bathroom, nothing elaborate, just enough to close the door and sit on a commode deal, and a place to wash your hands outside, so it doesn't take up much room. But I think I'll put it in. I should have put one in, and I will do that probably now. But um, they have to come into the house or use that, and that toilet they're not going to know how to use it. They're going to fill it up full of water, and in 10 minutes they'll have a kid in there watching the oh look. And so so I'll have to see what happens with that. But over at the other house, at least they've got a bathroom. We brought over stuff where they can cook. They've got an air conditioner in one of the bedrooms, but for the most part, especially at nighttime to sleep, most of the Thai people that I know would just prefer to have a fan, and they're happy. Yeah, pretty much. But you're far away from the border. Good to hear too. But yeah, and like I said, I think it's that way pretty much throughout any of the areas. Anybody that's in Buriram, anybody that's in Sisaket, anybody that's in Surin, they've got their family members. They've got places, opened up, um, camp wise to feed and and that kind of stuff. So Thailand's they never cease to amaze me in the brotherhood that and sisterhood, I guess, if you want to call it that, that they have. They take care of one another, which I appreciate. I like that. So anybody knows they can come here. So they don't. Of course, my wife has thanked me, I think 200 times in the last 2 days. I said it goes without saying. I mean, you guys are my family. I'm not going to step aside for anybody when it comes to my family. So, um, yeah. So hopefully they get it rectified. Which like I said, are they going to get to the root cause and rectify that? I just can't see that happening. I said hundreds of years, but Jake says 1,000 or so. Whatever, they're not going to do. But they need to come to a ceasefire and start talking to one another. The worst thing that they did was separate, as far as I'm concerned, separate and pulled their people out of and back to Cambodia and back to Thailand. So they had no one talking, and that's when the major stuff started happening. So hopefully they can do that. Like I said, I've seen some stuff. Trump, I've been up since 4 as usual. Trump's trying to get him to cease fire, and like I said, he's got a little bit of a bargaining thing because I think he was going to hit both Thailand and he's in the middle of the tariff deal at 32%, I think. So maybe he can entice them to sit down at a table and discuss what they need to do and cease fire. Maybe the United States drops that tariff, down, 5% or something. So we'll see what he does. We'll see what happens. Hey, Mac, how you doing, Robert? Glad you can make it. You're doing well. Still alive. Like I said, I've got just went over it. I've got uh, 3 people staying in the trailer, 3 people, I believe, in the garage, and 10 people at the house that we're redoing to sell in Surin here. We got 10 or 12. There was 2 more that were supposed to come last night. They've been there for 2 days. These people just got here last night. So David looking HIMS, but it's HIHS. What is that? What did I miss? Oh, is that on the pink paper? Is that what you're looking at, Ralph? In the package. Yeah, that's a ream of paper. And I guess it's upside down. It's SHIH. SHIH. It's sitting upside down. Uh, but let's see. But like I said, um, just to give you guys heads up and stuff, don't want to go talking about too much stuff on who's right and who's wrong and back and forth because I don't think it's any of my business or us as guests here. And I wouldn't post anything on social media. Most of us are married to Thai people. you know, I think most people know where our loyalties are going to stand. I don't think we need to do it. I think it's a bad thing. I guess is what I'm saying. I wouldn't put anything on social media. Like I said, let them figure it out themselves. My wife's boisterous enough for for me and everybody, so I don't need to do it. But I'm just giving you a heads up. I know I saw James, Chocolate Man in Thailand, went on and voiced pretty much the same thing. You know, everybody has their opinion, but I think in this instance, especially on social media, I would keep it. I would keep it to myself, um, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, thanks, Kenny. But so the major part of it, if it gets any worse, because I guess we're a red area, I believe Sissiket's a red area, and I believe Buriram is too, and the I want to get the solar done out in Ubon because that's 3.5, 4 hours from here. That's as far away as you can pretty much get. And we've got that big giant house that doesn't have any electrical that works for the shit in it. And so the solar guy's coming here today to hopefully bring my house to 100%, so I can get down to the bills that I want to see, and have hope from the very beginning that I would see. We'll find out too because the electric bill came out again on the 28th, which is tomorrow, I think. So once he does that, when I talk to him, I'm going to say, hey, let's pick up the stuff we need and get out there and mount the panels and get everything going, and I'll order the controller, and I still haven't decided whether I'm going to put in the 6.2 or the 10.2. So I got to make that decision. But I think I'm just going to go with the 6.2. I don't think I need more than that. Yes, we are. Till they kick me out, I ain't going anywhere. uh, would I miss anything? I think so. Yeah, I think they will too, Jake. Like I said, I think that's what they should be shooting for. Like I said, they can't be that optimistic that we're going to solve this million-year-old conflict we've had in 10 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. Directly south of Ubon, that could be. I don't know. Thanks, Ralph. But yeah, that's the plan. So hopefully, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll order the controller and get it here so I can get it out there. Because, and then maybe I'll throw in the extra and get the 4 batteries just from out of the gate. Because that's what is that 2046? That's 80,000 right there. So, but we'll have to see 80. Yeah, maybe I can still swing it. We'll have to see. Well, it depends on how much the uh, how much the solar man's going to charge me. Maybe I'll do similar to what Kenny did, except I won't get up there. But maybe I'll go and orchestrate, you know, uh, with the drone and a telephone, and have maybe the cousin here that's doing all the work here go there and put all the solar panels down, run the wire down to where it's going, blah blah blah, and where I'm doing something similar to what you did, Kenny, is where I've got it is right outside the bathroom is where my fuse deal is. There's a little alcove that goes in about, I don't know, about 3 feet maybe, something like that. And on that wall, the bathroom is in there out of the hallway. That's where the fuse is. I'm going to put everything on that wall. And if it gets to be real loud or something, but I can't see that happening, I could put a wall up there and put venting up through the attic and just get air moving through there. So you'd open a door, go into that room, and open another door and go into the bathroom. Not a big deal. But the same type of thing. And then if he see what happens here with that load shedding deal, and if it doesn't look right to me, I'm not even going to bother with it. I'll buy that C, what they call combiner box, that fuse box, or whatever, breaker box, uh, just like you did, because it's plug and play, man. Hopefully Kenny will have another video out tomorrow, and anybody that is interested in the solar and how it could be done, Kenny did a fine job in doing it for sure. Because, like I said, they make it so easy now with these all-in-one controllers, and now the all-in-one controllers have designed and made the breaker boxes. Because before you had to put the breakers on and come in and come out and mount them on the wall. It's all in a nice weatherproof box deal, and it's like, what was it, 2,700 baht, for that. And they have videos on it how to do it, printed literature on how to do it, and it's just here go to here go to here, boom, 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 and you'll see when Kenny puts it together on the 30th. Okay, cool. I'm waiting, anxiously waiting. Hey Maui, hey Bobby, how you doing? Yeah, I didn't know. I talked to Andrew, and I didn't talk to you, Bobby. How are you got any family headed your way? I've got, like I said, I'll say it again. I've got 3 people that are staying in my trailer, 3 people that are staying in the garage, and 10 or 12 for the last 2 days that have been over in the house that we're fixing up to sell, mom and dad's old pad. We got 10, and 2 more were supposed to come last night. They've been there for 2 days. So 10 or 12. So we got 16, 18 people, family members that have shot this way. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, if it gets tough here and we need to bug out of here, everybody will be going to Ubon. And like I said, because we'll have those 18 people plus another, me, my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, the cousin, his wife, the aunt, at least 25, 30 people, so we'll caravan out there and dig in, you don't have room. I couldn't deny it too, and I know you wouldn't either. But yeah, and I told my wife that too, because Shushu's not here, so we got an extra bedroom upstairs, and I said, well, I don't care. I mean, they need a place to stay. They've got it with us, for sure. Ah, yeah, I think it's really weird, man. I didn't get anybody. Uh, Everybody that has seen how I'm doing is people that I met and from here in Thailand in the YouTube channel. My cousins, all my family. Not, I don't think they know where I live. But before, like with the earthquake, I got a few of them. Were you close to that earthquake? Were you close? So either they're not informed that Thailand and Cambodia are going at it. They definitely don't know where I live. I would guess that you could ask them all. I don't think you'd find one of them that would say Surin. But yeah, I'm surprised. I was going to post something on Facebook, and I said, screw them. If if they want to know if I'm alive, they can come on the YouTube channel. But I should have posted something. Not even my kids, but they might not even realize either. I'm sure. But we'll see what happens. I just thought it was curious. You guys, everybody that I know from the YouTube channel, from moving to Thailand and all that, everybody have contacted me. Joe and Chuck and everybody has contacted me. And are you okay? You okay? How far? So you guys are freaking awesome. Uh, so, yeah, that's right. Bobby's got the Jai have a condo in Bangkok, which is always nice, right? To have another place like that. I didn't really think about it in this manner, but I guess it's kind of nice to have the house in Ubon. Or like you said, or they follow me or my wife on Facebook, or they watch the channel and they know what's going on, or they came on a live stream and they know I'm still alive. But my family, I don't send anything to Facebook. I probably have 10 times the subscribers that I have if I opened up Facebook. I never once, I tell my cousin Rich, and he can't remember how to go and hit the bell and get notified and go to YouTube. But the rest of the family, they know that I'm here. They might have an inkling that I do something on YouTube, but none of them that I know of are subscribed or uh, or anything to my YouTube channel. So it's interesting. Like my cousin Rob, all of them. I don't think any of that. They know that I do, but they don't ever show up. I mean, they never come into the chat or anything. So I'm going to say it, but I never posted on there, you know, a new video like everybody else does. I've never done that. This thing keeps going. I wonder if I'm getting. Hopefully that my trailer is going to be here. Let's see what happens with that. Yeah, let's see. Ah, up there. Yeah, it's out for delivery. Very cool. So the trailer's out for delivery. The solar panel I've already gotten. Let's see. Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, that's all I really need. The rest of the stuff I've got to make. What's really weird, does anybody know? Do they have EMT here? They have metal conduit. I've seen some stuff that I found on Lasada last night, stainless steel tubing. So I've got to figure out a size because the panel's only what is it? I had it written down somewhere. Anyway, it's not very big. The panel's not very big, so I only need a piece of tubing because I'm gonna put it on that, and then I'll have a brace on each end. I don't know if I'll run a bearing or whatever, and then that actuator arm will be in the middle, and it's only got to take it, this much this way, and then back, and then this much this way. So I bought one already off. It was 35. It had a stroke of um, 35, and I'm imagining that should be enough. So what I'll do is I'll attach that linear deal halfway up where it's level, and it'll suck it down that far, and it'll move it up that far. So it should be fairly simple to do. I've got the welder, I've got all the tools in the world. I just don't have a garage anymore because there seems to be people living in my garage. So hopefully, I was hoping that I get the trailer, and I'm hoping it's not a scam because that store shut down. So I'm imagining it's a scam. That's why I said I have two trailers. One of them I ordered directly from that Ali Express, the same place that I ordered the bike from, and so that's take. They had to make the trailer, so they're 2 weeks behind. I won't get it till middle of August or something. It's a little bit different, but kind of the same. But this, I've got the sneaking suspicion I'm going to get a package like this big. Oh, here's your trailer. So we'll see. It's going to come today, so we'll see. Company Taiwan. They have EMT. Okay, cool. I kind of like this stuff that I saw I highlighted it on my deal last night. I was looking around, and it's a tubing, and it was in I can't remember. It was like half inch, but it was thick walled and it was stainless. So because theoretically the thing's going to be in the weather, so it would be nice. Or either that, or I'm going to go with some thick walled, maybe 3/4 inch PVC. The panel I got, all these people are going with the thin panels because they don't weigh that much, and then they're building these elaborate aluminum frames. And if you just order the freaking panel, it is an aluminum frame, the solar panel. So I just ordered the solar panel. It's got that, you know, that much going around, and is it heavier? Yeah. So all I've got to do is connect to that. So I got to see. I got plenty of time because, like I said, I don't think the bike's going to be here until for a couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens. Uh, but the EMT would work too. I guess I could paint it or something too if I wanted to. I just want to make sure that it's rigid enough. Like I said, it should be fairly easy on. The thing is just a little bit wider than the. I want to say it was 70. I want to say the trailer is like 70 something, pretty much square, only 50 or something going the other way, or 60, and the panel's like another 3 or 4 inches longer. So what I was thinking is just some kind of a frame deal coming up, one straight down and a bearing on each end, and then right in the middle that that stroking linear deal, and I've got a remote control up and down. They could have gotten elaborate and rigged it up so it faces the sun and shit like that. I said no. If I'm riding on the bike and I know the sun is to my right, I can tilt the panel that way. It doesn't take a genius. Press the little button and you're done. So we'll see. No, I don't. I don't have one. You know, and I see why they do everything. It's almost got a hot wire type thing. The electrician that did all my stuff, and he bends all that white pipe, to whatever configuration he wants. He's really good at it. But no, I don't. But like I said, all it needs to be is straight, and then either whatever I'm going to put on the end, I might go to Taiwazadu and see if they have bearings that will fit that, and maybe I will get a piece of EMT to fit the bearing because I'll have the EMT there, and then I'll measure that with the micrometer or with my little deal, and see if that stainless is, and then I can order the stainless. I can build it with the EMT because PCMT. I'll probably have to buy 20 feet of the shit, but the EMT will I have it right there. Put it all together, and then order the stainless part when it gets here in a week. I just take it apart and put it together. That's it. And I don't know, on the outside and the inside, used to have rings that had little Allen seats on each side, but I don't know if they have anything like that here. You think so? A pipe bender? But yeah, so hopefully I get a trailer. It would be nice. If not, it's going to be a pain in the ass because the store already closed down. It's been freaking 3 weeks since I ordered the thing, and although Lasada has been pretty good about shit, so we'll see if I get if the delivery comes and it's this big. I have to start taking video and start sending it. So he was he actually came out this morning. He's been chasing the girls because I think they're in heat, and but this morning he was. I got here at 4, and about 4:30, he wandered up and he laid with me for a while, and then after they brought me my breakfast, I let him out. He wanted to go back out, chasing dead. But hopefully, I get that. And even if most of what they have set up there, I took my bikes out of there, moved them back in front of the house under the cover, and um, we put the 2 beds on that side of the garage where the truck was going to go. So that's where they're mostly at. So I just need to move around some of the stuff that they have in my half of the garage, and I think I can get in there, and I'm not going to bother anybody by working in that space. So they're not even in that half of the garage. And like I said, hopefully they come to some kind of a a ceasefire deal, and they can go. But that's good to know. I'll go to Taiwazadu and check out EMT. They got to sell bearings, right? At Taiwazadu, have to. I would think. Of course, I'll have to get my phone and show them a picture of a bearing and see what and how I'm going to mount it. And I don't even know. What I was going to do was I was just going to take like a 3/4 inch uh, PVC, heavy walled PVC. The panel's not that heavy, and I think it would be all right. I might still do it that way. And what I was going to do was get a either that or 1 inch, and then get a 1 inch uh, either a T or something like that, and bore it out to where it sits in there and can spin, because it's not like it's that it's going to get more than 100 rotations a year. It's not like I'm going to be every 5 minutes using it every day, going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So if I reamed it out to where the 3/4 inch pipe fit inside there, but put a little bit of grease on it and let it go. That way I can use the the T to come over and come down and support it on each end. I might try that too. We'll see. 1 inch PVC or something, thick walled, schedule 40, 80. I don't know what they call it here, but we'll have to see. That might be an option. Would be the easiest way to do it, because I would just have to put a pipe across, connected on each end, some kind of a clamp or whatever on there tightly and cleanly, and then have it to where it slides into the T, and then the T just come down. So depending on where that panel is going to end up on there, because it's a little bit bigger, it'll be fun to do. It'll give me something to sit down and maybe make my foggy brain think about how the hell to do it. All right, let's see. Is there anybody? It's been an hour and 2 minutes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. And about lube. Yeah, Jake's writing down what he needs. He's got so many. But anyway, I think it was a family show until just then, Jake. You guys are the greatest, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support and well wishers and people that are worried about other people. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I think I'm going to end it. Anybody that's watching, we did get 6 or 8 new subscribers, so they keep coming in. Hopefully they start. Which I noticed in the beginning there was a couple of names, new names that I hadn't seen in a while. Once you guys feel and you want to ask questions, I could be rambling about anything. If you want to ask anything about visas or whatever, and I'll try to answer. Or somebody here will have something. And again, no matter what information you get off of YouTube, check it with the government website and make sure it's correct. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go. I'm thinking about going for a burger today. I don't know what Andrew and Bobby are doing. Are you guys in town? Of course, last time, didn't you lose a tooth last time you went to have a hamburger? Poor Bobby. Anyway, if you guys want to go, let me know, and I will do it. Maybe we'll do it at noonish. What time they open? 11:30. If somebody wants to go, otherwise I'm going by myself, so I'll be there one way or another. I think, unless my wife drags me in another direction. Tooth is all good. Good to hear. What did I do? There we go. Tooth is all good. All right, everybody. I will, brother. Burger and a missile for $6.99. That's probably what it is. I will. I don't know why. It's all blue now. Anyway, everybody, thank you again. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm just going to end the stream this time. I'm not going to put a little 30-second thing on there. I think it's a little ridiculous, but I'm just going to end the stream. And I think last time I forgot to end it, and I think you saw me at the end going, "Oh, sorry." Anyway, you guys are awesome. New subscribers, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. We have fun. And I'll catch everybody. Well, let me say, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Catch everybody on the next one. Stay safe.